A new update. Let's take a look. Things I want. Since I saw there were new items, I want Prowler's Claw, and I want Atakhan gone, and I want Baron at 20 minutes again.
I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Midler.
I also want changes to Bruiser items. I'm sick of 40 AD items. Get rid of these fucking... Make everything unique again, please. Bring back Mythics.
Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
This is our last dev update of the year, and before we get into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026...
GG, young Berserker, I don't know who you were, but well played. My goat. You were Fiddle? Thanks for the carry. You're a beast. I fucking ran it.
Thank you all for
mate.
being on the journey with us this year.
As always, we want to show some love for your passion.
Let's take a look. What are the changes for next year? Could be big.
And for making working on this game so worth it. Now, in January, we'll be back to talk more about Season 1, as well as a little bit of what to expect for the rest of 2026 overall. But for now, let's get into it.
We learned
in 2027, I will be 30.
A lot this year about seasons. Many of you liked what came with the themes, the map art updates, metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example.
Timo was the goat.
We also saw that if we leaned too
hard
I'm
gonna focus on the video now,
region, it could feel very one note.
Thank you, well played,
when
Fiddle.
it comes to skins. And as it turns out, there is too much
Thanks for the carry.
of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of red and black.
Yeah.
True.
So we'll continue to find the right balance for thematic seasons moving forwards. And speaking of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026. For this, we wanted a contrast from 2025, with its ancient danger, Atakhan, and quite a bit of scheming throughout. So next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice, with a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there.
What regions are they going to be? Demacia? Oh, hell yeah. Isn't it already Demacia?
That means Petrosite, gold.
It's already Demacia, no? Everything's Petrosite already.
And blue accents on the map, as well as some Demacia-themed skins, including some champions reimagined.
Bro, that goes so hard. What the fuck? These look sick.
As Demacians, with plenty of non-Demacia skins for some variety.
That also means that the yearly cinematic in January will feature Demacian champions. We're going back to old-school Demacia this time. Back in time for what some might consider the golden age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Hey, Andre, are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Nah, yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
I don't get it.
Anyway, we have a range of Summoner's Rift changes that the team will talk about in a moment. And this year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swift Play. With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot Nstep and Freak, who will walk you through some of the Summoner's Rift changes.
Goated. Nstep's goated. He makes videos like Freak does as well, but no one watches them. Not less people watch them than Freak. They're really good. I recommend go watch them.
Coming in January.
Like big, long documentaries.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot Nstep.
And I'm Freak.
And we're here to talk to you about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes coming in January.
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives.
True.
Fighting around grubs,
split push is
dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
The extent of split pushing right now, sorry, I'll stop pausing, is that you can, before soul fights, get tier 2s as your goal. If you can get tier 2s, that's your split push done. That's it. And oftentimes you can't even get tier 2s. Yeah.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives,
are they nerfing soul?
And minions in order to do just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
The first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do today.
What? What? Bro, what happened? But all the level 1 shit. 35 seconds? 55 second spawn time. Bro, what?
You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to Vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone, and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
Yeah.
So, we're adding Phaelites, locations that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some Phaelite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives.
What? So, okay, they said enhances wards. So, it's just an area of vision. It's just a blue plan, no?
Side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding phalites.
It showed the whole
Locations
river.
that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with...
How long is temporary?
Unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some phalite rings will...
Oh, so then if you place a ward inside it, it'll give you bonus vision. Oh my god. So, what I learned playing support this year is that there are, like, just, like, objectively the best ward spots and stuff, right? And also, like... It was annoying playing support because my recalls were so important in solo
available
queue.
at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the elemental
And
rift
people don't play around
transforms,
that
particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
To refresh wards?
Okay, so on to the objectives. Atakhan was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said,
I don't know how long the vision lasts, right? We don't know. How long does the Phalite last? That is weird as fuck.
One of the biggest additions to the Rift this year was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and we agree. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Atakhan, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Atakhan out of the game.
Yes!
That includes Blood Roses and the petals with them.
Oh, yes, they're all gone! The flowers! Atakhan, it's all gone! Is Baron at 20 minutes now? Is Baron at 20 minutes? Let's go! Oh, it was the worst. Chat, season 15 was my least favorite season of all time, and that includes Ardent Meta. And Atakhan was a major part of it. Please!
Let us know.
Bring back First Blood Tower Gold. Bring back First Blood Kill Gold. I beg you.
What you think about limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Atakhan, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn
what I
time.
wanted.
Welcome back, Ken.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons.
The reason why I wanted this is because by pushing back Nash spawn, you essentially push back Nash sieges, and then that delays the game and makes games on average longer. So the first Nash usually breaks outer towers, right? The inner tower, sorry. And then the second Nash is what you use to break a tier 3 tower. But when you push back the first one, you push back the second one, games drag on by 5 more minutes on average, right? So this is good because I'm a Renekton main, and the game is going to be shorter now, chat. Thank God.
As you get closer to Dragon Soul, that should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters, or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like to push teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better gameplay systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over their games.
Now, one more change, chat, is our mythic items back. I'm so fucking down.
Getting the boot, we're adding back some.
You know what I would be happy with? If they just reverted back to season 14. Thoughts?
Rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes.
Individual agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should...
You want subtitles? Sure, man. It's like rested XP, no? I feel like it's like rested XP in MMOs, but builds up on tower, and then you hit it once and you boom. Okay.
Help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently.
Oh, okay. So the way that you okay, so instead of being around towers and then it ticking down until you can proc demolish, it is now a 3-hit passive, which is harder to proc. So before, with demolish and current demolish, you can run around the tower in range of the ticking down as a melee champion, as long as you're kiting the enemy top laner, and then proc it in 1 hit and then leave. This makes demolish harder to proc in general, like these early cheeky ones.
And will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well. We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive actions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further...
So if you don't know, 650 gold and then 50 local for the inner tier, and it's like such a giant fucking game-changing swash of gold on the inner towers. And now they're chunking it out, which is good. It's like platings.
Facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect
Nexus
for a sieging team to finish
later.
killing the turret sometimes.
5 minutes.
Now, for our biggest
What did they do to Nexus Tower? Sorry, I was yapping. Partial health missing. I think they could have gone with spawn after 5 minutes and it would have been fine. The problem with Nexus Towers respawning is they spawn too fast.
Correct for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
What?
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game.
Shit that I don't give a fuck about?
You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby. So if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weakest, and as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them. Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
You now get buffs in-game for out-of-game systems. You have Eternals that actually affect your gameplay. No? It's in-game quests.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane. And that's something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much summoner teleport.
This is broken! Guys, this buffs Darius, Olaf, any ghost user so fucking much, by the way. The only reason you don't see Darius and Olaf in pro play is because they can't take ghost. They have to take TP because of swaps. Chat, Darius is going to be meta. Oh my god.
For free, on top of the two summoners they already chose. Now, if you had taken teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield.
Actually, wait, hang on, wait, no, you could still take TP. How long does it take to finish the quests and then unlock TP? Okay, it's different now. Okay, so it depends. Because if you're still getting fucked early by swaps, you need TP earlier, and you still don't have it because you have Ghost, that's a problem.
In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Now,
an increased level cap? What the fuck? What the...
In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP
level
up front,
20!
more XP from future sources.
We're playing Earth now!
Now, to mid lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as
top laners get free TP, can hit level 25, and mid gets tier 3 boots. I can't, dude, that's so funny.
a faster recall.
Rounding it out for new quests, in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top laners are getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold, even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top laners are getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they
400, 300. Guys, you only get cull. Like, you get 300 gold. Dude, we can hit level 20.
Get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Jungle and support already have quests and rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest.
Yo, don't worry, mid laners, mate. You got tier 3 boots. Have fun.
Strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence. So we're slightly
like your
lowering
Ionian
the speed
boots?
of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
No more
We're
jungle
also making
ganks!
it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
What?
Their role quest.
Wait, chat. Wait, chat. They said we're making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives. Is that 07 Gumayusi Varus steals? What are we thinking? Is that meme dead?
Give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP Smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think
Bro, junglers get nothing. They get crumbs. Dude, I like it. Am I back? Chat, every top laner at 80 carry. I mean, 80 carries don't need XP, mate. Like, to be honest.
support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest.
Yeah,
so
true.
we didn't want to
Jungles are
directly
peak.
increase their
Just
power.
say it.
With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards,
That's pretty
and
OP.
a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
That's pretty OP.
Overall, we want these.
I really struggled when I played support with having enough item slots. That's probably like skill issue, but it was annoying. It was really fucking annoying. Level 20 Renekton versus upgraded Boots Syndra.
Quests represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, so give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new
Oh
Scepter.
my god, chat. Imagine matching a level 20 Fiora in side lane. Guys.
Of bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp and also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back to 200%.
All right, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoners Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pablo and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Okay, let's talk about ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And, more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks, in ranked, in EU West and Oceania. We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank.
This will let
other players know that you're climbing quickly and your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how flex and solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and, say, diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo one.
Cares?
And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced.
All right, next.
Forwards.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of the league is that certain roles are substantially more popular than others, and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge. When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer, and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled. First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role. So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler, for example. If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team. We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
Double LP?
So for those of you who...
Wait, I chose the right season to learn all 5 roles. What? No, that's ridiculous. Huh? What?
Remain less popular.
Yo, chat, get learning other roles. I made the right decision.
Roles and therefore seldom get autofilled. First of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive
wait,
the
I need to- I-
who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled. First of all,
Okay, top laners never get autofilled, chat. All you do is you queue top, and then mid-secondary, you get top 1,000 out of 1,000 games. I have never been filled in my life. It's so I will also get a bonus.
thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive...
Wait, chat, is the optimal way to play the game now just to queue fill? I think I just queue fill next season, no?
the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby. So we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the...
Chat, if this feature existed 3 years ago, Promise Q wouldn't have been able to ban my champion, and then he wouldn't have been flamed.
match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby. We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward for sticking around and trying. So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss.
What? What? If you dodge getting autofilled, you get a full loss? What? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, Master and above. Dude, I was in Grandmaster Challenger Games, chat. I played one game of autofilled Nautilus. I went 2-12 and everyone hated me.
Will count as a full loss.
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up Champ Select by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger in most regions.
Oh, fuck off.
For so many people, League is better with friends.
I hate it.
And in the past, we disabled duoing at Apex tier ranks because it so often led to rank manipulation.
Chat.
But because of the improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So,
guys, when it was a thing before I would pick Renekton, enemy would lock in Jace Elise duo and dive me on every wave. I hate that shit, man.
oh, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Switching gears, let's talk about Swift Play. Swift Play is pretty popular, and we think there's a lot of room for further improvement. And we want Swift Play to be that place where you can get in a quick game, where you and or some friends can practice new champions, or where new players can come and learn and get their
Chat,
footing
the
on
last
the road.
segment. Chat, do we skip Swiftly? I don't give a fuck. All right, Wazda. Let's go, Wazda.
Go for it.
Hi everyone, I'm Dashi Jador, product lead, back again to chat about WASD, this time with
the tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild world of WASD. We've been on the PvE for a few months now, and in that time we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs.
Hello, humanoid.
An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward.
Big W.
Since our debut on the PBE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera,
thanks
and
for the
more.
5 gifted humanoids.
One of these
Guys,
features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players.
Really appreciate you.
We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode.
Scout Ahead.
When you're in dynamic locked camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera, and you'll snap back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in all queues except ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
Really? Tomorrow?
Wait, it's out tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 2524, which for many of you should be tomorrow.
We saw your requests and questions about other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them, and much more to come.
We're at the point where we want to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the feedback channels to our much more global audience. Now, we still don't have the exact timeline on when WASD will come to ranked. We want to ship it when it's ready, which means fair, balanced, bug-free, and smooth to play.
Please keep up the feedback and bug reports. There may still be a few stragglers out there. Only through our powers combined can we find all of them.
That's it for us. Be sure to check back out on WASD when it's live and send your bugs, feedback, and best misplays.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
So how your pick'ems?
How your pick'ems?
Not great. Bit too much hopium when I filled them out.
I know how it feels, but the hopium's feeling good for me.
Chat, I got perfect pick'ems in knockouts.
I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
I'm kind of goated.
Uh-huh. Who's wearing the suit then?
We don't know.
Bro, what is happening?
Not gonna be me.
I mean, we'll see.
Good luck.
Okay.
Scroll down for new items.
We know that this was a long one with a lot of info in it. And we'll see you again in January, as mentioned, to talk a bit more about Season 1 and a little bit about the rest of 2026.
Don't forget that Ranked will stay open until the new season, so go finish your climbs.
Yep.
Have a happy...
Chat, you have 35 days left of your climb, or something like that. It's about 35 days. So climb, you know? All right, let's take a look. Oh, bro, my eyes. It's fucking... Oh, how do I... Dark Reader. On. There we go. Hello, Gu Moon Ryong. Yo, one more time, Humanoid. Thank you for the subs. Yes, I did put KT over Genji. They're removing Atakhan, they're removing feet. Vision has these weird things that I need to know numbers on. Pushing. Crystallized, we know that. Where are the items? Oh my god, chat, here are the items. Okay. Actually, wait, hang on, wait. No, we need to relax. This is serious. It's too loud. Okay, Scepter of Bonking, an AP Fighter Sheen item that doubles your on-hits, letting some AP fighters with powerful on-hits in their kit pop off by skipping forward one hit of Diana's passive. Oh my god, it's like Gwynsu's, no? We're getting an extra snippy stack for Gwen Q. What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? Level 20 Gwen. Now, don't worry. Tier 3 Boots Syndra's going to hold the level 20 Gwen. Trust. All right. Emblem of All Inning. A Zeal item for AD carries that like to ult and pop off. This item gives ultimate ability haste plus a burst of attack speed and this is just hexplate. And guaranteed critical strikes. Guaranteed critical strikes. Wait, what's the item called? It's back. It's back. What's the item? The gold sword. Fuck. Sword of the Occult? No. Avarice? No. What was it called, chat? It guaranteed crits on your next 3 orders. Sword of the Divine. Chat, this item, Sword of the Divine, you press the active, it guarantees 3 kits on your next auto, and it was broken on Rengar. You would go, full assassinate, jump on someone, activate it, and then one-shot them. It was so broken on Rengar. If you would already crit, you get some true damage. Blood Sphere. This AD Omnivamp item gives tenacity and haste. That's a really good stat on Renekton. That scales your bonus AD. Late game sustain choice. For light fighters, it gives a large amount of extra Omnivamp. You get a takedown if you pop up in team fights. It doesn't solve mobility. The biggest issue Renekton has is mobility. That's the problem. But it sounds alright. I'm just worried about tenacity, haste, Omnivamp on Fiora, chat. Chat, I'm really worried about Fiora with Omnivamp, haste, and tenacity. I don't like it. Alright. Assassin item. For AD assassins, there's ways to get to... Okay, so it doesn't have a name. A way to end the game. Whenever you get a takedown, it grants a buff that makes the next attack against an enemy monster, an epic monster or a tower, deal larger... They're giving assassins split push items? What the fuck? Scaling with your lethality. Making it so that ahead AD assassins can close games as successful. So you assassinate a target, then you hit a tower and you one-shot it. It gives some extra 2 damage to a spell every so often. So that's weird. I don't know if I like this, chat. It's such a specific reset item. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. Actually, it procs on epic monster. No, I don't think it's good. Like, you need to get a kill or an assist and then use it only on a tower or an epic monster. It's very specific. I think it's trash. I think this item's garbage. Manananomicon, an item with a new active. The first one in a while, this AP item can be activated to enter an empowered state for a short duration, where you consume significantly more mana, but your spells are more powerful and have lower cooldowns. The extra damage, healing, shielding on your spell scales with your mana, so you're rewarded for investing into it. So you can just yourself insta. God damn. You guys think Rise? Manananomicon. That's pretty fucking cool. Snowbow. This is a long-range item for AD carries. Increases your attack damage based on how far away you are from your target and on takedowns. So it's a reset item for Caitlyn. You get a large amount of extra range for a while to help you clean up teamfights. And Jinx. Jinx reset item, no? Interesting. Buff Engine, an aura item with a bit of gameplay. This is an attack speed aura item for tank melee supports. What the fuck does this sentence mean? An attack speed aura item for tank melee supports. This has never been said before. With a Nautilus hits faster with W. Turns on the aura for a while after you slow or immobilize a champion. The duration is much longer for melee supports than range, so it's easier to maintain the attack speed for your team if you're a tanky melee support. Oh, it gives you attack speed. Wait, isn't this just Aegis of the Legion, like in the past? It grants it for your team, yeah. It's the old Aegis of the Legion thing, no? Ardent for melee, yeah. Okay, interesting. Wow, okay, so this is good, because the problem with support is that I played support, and itemization was boring as fuck. You would just go, Locket Knight's Vow, and now Redemption. It's just ass. So, really cool. Mantle of the 12th Hour. A lifeline item for tanks. So, lifeline, for those who don't know, is like Sterak Shield, more Malmortius Shield, Shieldbow Shield, right? This item gives a large heal over time effect when you get low. It's a Mundo ulti that scales off of your bonus armor and magic resistance. While you're healing off this item, it sounds like a Sejuani item. You gain some movement speed and a Volibear item. Volibear sounds really good with this. Anything that likes to play on low HP. I feel like Volibear loves low HP. Gain move speed tenacity to help you go forward and tank more for your team. Try to escape out after you chunk the low health. Interesting. Interesting. I like that. That's really cool. Mundo has 2 ults. I don't know if it'd be good on Mundo. Mundo doesn't build resists. It scales off a bonus armor and magic resistance. I don't think it'd be good on Mundo. Mundo just builds health items. I think it'd be good on, like, Sejuani. I think it'd be good on any resistance tank. I don't know who else. Interesting. Savior's Meatball and Super Belt. This 2 item set is a new upgradable tier item for enchanters. Bro, if you're building tier on enchanter, aren't you fucked? Dude, tier on enchanter sounds awful. Mana Ball grants heal and shield power based on your mana. And when you're delaying support items for tier? Upgrading to Super Belt at max tier. Stacks also heals your lowest nearby ally every second when you're in combat with... What? You perma heal your allies near you based on your mana in combat. Perma. What is this? Tarek? Sona? To build it on anyone else, it has to be OP, right? To build it on anyone else, it has to be completely OP, I think. Hextech Gunblade. Tarek, you get tier, but don't finish it usually. Sona, Seraphine. I don't know if Seraphine's build AP tier. I don't think they need to. Hextech Gunblade, one of League's signature hybrid items. AP and AD, Spellvamp, and Lifesteal. And a targeted active for dealing damage or slowing down. It's actually just Gunblade, chat. They're bringing it back. Stormrazor returns as an attack damage, critical strike chance, and attack speed item with the new energized effect that deals damage and grants movement speed when primed. If you didn't know, Stormrazor is already enabled in Mayhem. I think they were testing it for a while. Mayhem, Era Mayhem, it's been enabled for ages. I've been building it. It's quite cool. Role quests. Dude, what the fuck? Top laners can get to level 20 now. Get a free teleport. And if you already take teleport, it's buffed. And we don't know how it's buffed. If you already took teleport, it'll get stronger, providing a large max health shield on use. Receive more upfront experience, more experience from future sources, and an increased level cap. Well, this buffs Kayle. But I don't think it'll matter. I think Kayle still needs to lane, right? Kayle still needs to be a champion. Like laning is still the same thing. I don't think it matters. If you get more XP overall, early level 6s will be proc, chat. Early level 6s will be procced earlier, maybe? Maybe 530 wave isn't the level 6 wave anymore, right? Chat, I like the way they phrase this. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game. Just say they're boosted, man. Just say it. Just say it. Alright, what are we banning? Let's ban Misfortune. Dude, aren't these changes exciting? I feel like we haven't had any changes to the game for years, no? Does anyone else feel the same? I feel like we haven't had changes to the game in so long. I'm so excited. Where's your VIP? I'm sorry, Poby. Your VIP expired like a month ago. Okay. Damn. Yo, I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know if I'll play Renekton, but we'll see. You're gonna glide? Is Rexan coming?